windy winds out this week, starting warm, ending cold. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain. Charlotte, but just picking up on the Earthshot prize that we saw last night, there were some outstanding prizes and huge winners. Basically, they're sort of like the Nobel Prize for the environment and nature, and there were 5 big winners. The first one was Coral Vita, and they won, and Mid-Attenborough said that he has hope with all of these winners. And he always speaks so eloquently, but there is hope with all of these amazing projects. If they were to be mimicked around the world, it would make such a huge difference. And we're hearing so much more about climate change within the next few weeks because we have our big conference, COP26, coming up in Glasgow at the end of the month. More on that, obviously, throughout the show in the next few weeks. But weather-wise, closer to home, it is wet and windy that will win out as we head through the next few days. Today starts off dry in the east, wet weather moving its way across the country and also turning windy. So first thing this morning, we have clearer skies in the east. It won't last for long because the skies will cloud over and then the rain sets in. Rain through Northern Ireland, Western Scotland, Wales, southwest England. It's a mild, misty morning as well. Overcast and grey, extensive mist and hill fog, but it is mild. Through the day, the whole band of rain moves its way eastwards. Skies brighten into Northern Ireland. Look at these temperatures, 18 or 19 degrees, way above where they should be. The price we pay, though, is the wet and windy. As we head through this evening and overnight, the whole band of rain moves eastwards. It'll be exceptionally mild first thing tomorrow morning. We're starting off 15, 16 degrees, but then again tomorrow, another wet and windy day, but colder by the end of the week, Charlotte. Good morning to you. We have a wet and windy week of weather ahead, and if it isn't raining where you are at the moment, it will be later on today. Weather fronts queuing up in the Atlantic, one moving through today. Deep areas of low pressure moving in the isobars, the pressure lines. They're close together, and that shows it's set to be windy, but it calms down by the end of the week. The winds turn northerly, and then it is set to turn a lot colder for all of us as well. But this is how it looks for today. We have a band of rain slowly moving its way eastwards. With that, it turns increasingly windy. But wherever you are, it is exceptionally mild, not just by day, also by night. So first thing this morning, particularly for western areas with this blanket of cloud, temperatures holding up well into double digits. Eastern areas a little bit cooler with glimmers of brightness, but that brightness will not last for long because it turns cloudy and wet. Heavy rain from western areas of England, Wales and Scotland, marching eastwards through the Midlands into eastern England by this afternoon. Skies, they will brighten into Northern Ireland and temperatures here climbing to 18 or 19 degrees. But along this weather front, a warm front, it's mild, misty and murky, so extensive low cloud, mist and fog. But these temperatures are way above where they should be for the time of year without the sunshine, but it stays cloudy, wet and windy. So let's take a look at how things look for the next 7 days, where your weekend is always in view for Scotland, Northern Ireland and northern areas of England. Average temperature sits around here, so it's mild for the next few days. A big drop in our temperatures, though, as we head towards the end of the week before it turns milder into the weekend. Looking at our percentage chance of rainfall, so this is the trend for how likely you are to see rain in the coming days. It is high with heavy rainfall for the next few days, drier from midweek onwards, when it also turns colder before wet and windy weather looks set to return as we head through the weekend. Fortunes further south for England and Wales, away from the north of England for the next 7 days. Again, we start with this mild theme for the next few days. A big drop in our temperatures by the end of the working week before they climb a little by the weekend. And then again, percentage chance of rainfall, wet and windy winds out, rainfall nearly every single day. Heaviest for the next few days, driest on Friday and turning wet again into the weekend. Morning to you. Wet and windy is the name of the game as we head through this week. And actually, that is the theme for today. It starts off dry for eastern areas, wet weather moves through. And basically, we've just got bands of rain spreading across the country nearly every single day. Before the end of the week, a brief lull. High pressure moves in, we change the wind direction, and then it turns colder. But this is how it is for today. We've got a band of rain moving east. It's turning windy and also turning wet. First thing is chilly through eastern areas. Temperatures here 4-5 degrees, but elsewhere double digits. This huge blanket of cloud keeping us warm first thing this morning. And then comes the rain. It clears Northern Ireland quickly, western Scotland and the rest of Scotland getting into the wet weather by lunchtime. Whole band of rain moves through the Midlands, East Anglia, southeast England by this afternoon. And then grey, misty, murky through western areas, extensive mist and hill fog, turning windy, but brightening up in the west, 18 or 19 degrees. Pretty warm there for Northern Ireland. As we head through this evening, the whole band of rain clears its way southwards, misty and murky and mild to start before we do it all again tomorrow. Welcome back to Good Morning Britain. Today is weather dominated by rain. Eventually, if you haven't got it first thing this morning, you will do by this afternoon. Not just turning wet, also turning windy, but it is very mild. This is how things look first thing this morning. Clearest skies through eastern areas, so a chilly start further east. But for many, it is cloudy and mild, and it's the cloud that acts like a blanket, keeping in the heat. It is mild, misty, murky through western areas, extensive low cloud and hill fog. And then here comes the rain. It clears Northern Ireland this afternoon, which brightens up nicely. Wet for Scotland, the Midlands, eastern areas of England, central southern areas. But look at these temperatures, 18, 19 degrees. That's way above where we should be for the time of year. This whole band of rain slips its way southwards overnight tonight, but we keep the cloud, that blanket, which keeps those temperatures up, and it means it's a mild start to Monday, but we're turning wet from the west again. Well, it's turning wet and windy. We start off with dry conditions for eastern areas this morning, but from the west, rain moves in, then it turns windy. But wherever you are, it is relatively mild. Cool first thing with clearer skies in the east, but very quickly our thick cloud will engulf here, so turning grey. And then the rain moves in. It clears from Northern Ireland, which brightens up nicely this afternoon. But Scotland, Wales, southwest England sees rain this morning, moving eastwards by this afternoon. Skies brighten in the west, top temperatures 18 or 19 degrees, but misty and murky with extensive hill fog in the west.